What is up, Drum Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.
Shit. What's up, everybody? So it's been a little while since I've actually done a stream like this. Cactus and I recently, we kind of got back in touch, and we sorted all our shit out, and we're back doing this, and essentially, if you guys didn't watch us before, we used to do a show called Fake Newz, around, I don't know, it was like August or September of 2017. It was me, CMD, and Cactus, and we basically just report on the news. We did like 2 or 3 episodes, and then me and Cactus had some issues, and we went our separate ways. But things appear to be fine now, and so we're back doing Fake Newz, and we got a lot of good shit lined up, and hopefully you guys like it. So on that note, I'll just pass it over to the Cactus.
Well, hello. What up, everybody? What up, King?
Nothing much, dude.
I guess we need to get started with doing this horseshit. I'm going to be rusty as fuck at doing this. I don't know about you.
Well, before we get into doing anything, do you maybe want to explain to everybody who maybe doesn't know what's going on? Maybe just explain everything and put everything out there, and then.
Okay, well, you probably need to help me on some of this as well. But
here, I'll just start the shit, as essentially, me and Cactus around, I don't know, probably like, in October of 2017, we kind of had a bit of a falling out. I found out that he said some shit about my family, and I lashed out at him, and we went back and forth, and we talked shit on each other, and we both kind of fucked each other over, and it is what it is. It's all over now, and I lost a lot of good friends because of this bullshit on either side, and but recently, I've come back to talking to Haggy and a couple of other people. I wouldn't say that I'm friends with all of them yet. They're more acquaintances than anything, but there's definitely a few I am back being full friends with, but a lot of them I'm just getting to re-know them again, if that makes any kind of sense. But yeah, being Cactus sorted our shit. I guess we just we just grew the fuck up. I just don't care anymore. This shit just ain't for me. I just want to have fun. I just want to talk about shit, and we just decided to put everything to the side, and now I'm back. I'm back friends with Haggy, and I'm back friends with Cactus, and I'm back friends with Gina, and shit's great.
Yeah, basically, without going into it too much, it started before 2017 when we really think about it. But without dragging up too much of the fucking past, shit was said on both sides. Wrong shit was said on both sides. More so probably from me. It should have never got to that stage. And about a year and a half of our lives were fucking wasted because of it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna name names, but I know there's people out there who are unhappy about us being friends again. Just you know who you are. Just if you're unhappy with it, just leave my name out of your mouth, and I'll leave your name out of my mouth, and we'll just go our separate ways. I just don't want to deal with this shit. You can have your opinion, I'll have mine. I'm doing what's right for me, and if you don't like it, I guess it's up to you.
That's basically the way I feel too. Look, what's done is done, and if people don't like the fact that we're back talking, we've buried our fucking bullshit, that's on you. That's not on us, and we really don't give a shit at this point. We're going to do our thing. You don't like it, you don't have to come here. You don't have to try to troll us. You can't. Well, you can try, but we ain't gonna put up with it. So you paddle your own canoe, we'll paddle ours.
Yeah,
That's the way I
and
look.
Gina just posted in chat is saying she's never really had beef with me. I mean, I agree and disagree at the same time. I think you and I have fought a couple times, but you know, after I kicked you out and we had a bit of a falling out, you didn't really antagonize me after that point. It was more just me and Cactus going at each other. You kind of just shut the fuck up and accepted the situation. So I mean, I guess I appreciate that. I know I kind of verbally abused you, but like, it is what it is. It's in the past, and you know,
It's in the past. It's done with. It's 2019, a whole new start, and we started a new load of shit. So let's put.
yeah, and as Gina just said, who cares if I'm friends with Cactus? It's my decision. It's not anybody else. I never asked anybody to follow me. If people don't want to be friends with Cactus, then don't. I'm not gonna tell people who to be friends with. I'm not your fucking. You know, I'm called King of the North, but I ain't your fucking king. I'm not some fucking dictator who's gonna tell you to do this or that. People can make up their own minds.
Yeah, I'll just say one thing. It's funny about it. I saw another video saying they weren't going to be watching. That here they are with their troll accounts saying they don't. Nobody's bothered about the two of us. Well, then why are you here? Go away. Do like you said in your video. Fuck off. We don't give a shit, son.
Yeah.
Move your ass away. With that being said, let's get on with this fucking shit. Enough that crap fucking.
Anyways, I guess the main topic for the day, let's see. What do you think about the government shutdown?
This is the whole shit that's happening because Trump is looking for financing it, and the Democrats are saying, hell no, you ain't getting no more.
Yeah, he's essentially Trump saying, if I... He's basically saying if I don't get my funding for the wall, our government won't function. And all the Democrats, they won't but just put on their big boy pants and just give Trump the cash for the wall. And I calculated the funding for the wall. If every American pitched in just $16, we would have the $5 billion Trump needs for the wall. $16. That's not that much. I don't understand why we can't just tax everybody $16 and pay for the goddamn wall. And essentially what's happened, well, the government's back up now, right? But essentially Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, the fucking Wicked Witch of the West, they had this fucking meltdown because Trump wanted his wall. And essentially there was no resolution. Basically, Trump just realized he's not going to get anywhere with these people, so he just decided to reopen the government.
But why is that Pelosi bitch pissing and moaning about it? Like, hasn't she been kicked out of? Oh no, she's the what is she's got the chair in the House of Representatives.
No, she's the speaker of either I think the Senate or Congress.
But with that position, aren't you supposed to be impartial and unbiased when you become Speaker of the House?
No,
You're not supposed to be down
you can, I suppose, but yeah, she is a speaker, but
How old is that old bitch now? She must be nearly 80. Why is she still in
She's
politics?
70. She's 78.
Yeah, right. Like I said, why didn't she just piss off already? Let somebody else take her place. God damn it.
I don't know.
This is why old farts like her are the reason Democrats will not get into power again and then this next election. She's out of touch and out of date, and her time has come and gone. Dumb fucks like her need to fucking accept fucking move.
Well, here's the thing though, right? Is that
there's no one involved. Too out of touch and too out of date.
No, dude. Okay, right. Here's my thing: is their whole point against Trump's wall is that Trump's wall is racist. How the fuck can a wall be racist? A wall doesn't have feelings. A wall doesn't have thoughts. A wall just exists. It's just a thing that does. All it does is obstruct the blocking of Mexicans into America. And Mexican isn't even a fucking race. It's a nationality. You can be the whitest motherfucker ever and still be Mexican if you're born in Mexico. If you're no matter what skin, no matter what race you are, you can still be a different nationality. I could be blacker than fucking Samuel L. Jackson and still be Mexican if I wanted to. Like that's not a race, it's a nationality. You can't fucking be racist against a nationality or a place.
It's just dumb. Like, okay, I guess their whole argument is they want freedom of movement. How? Why would you allow freedom? They're trying to escape and legal process in Mexico. Like, how many stories have you heard in the news of undocumented illegals? Not all Mexican. Like some of the people coming across that border, they're not even from South America.
Like my for instance, the guy who shot my dad was an illegal from Canada, and so it's both ways. It happens to be at this particular instance in time that there's more drugs and that kind of stuff coming over the Mexico border.
Would Pelosi be as pissed off if Trump wanted to build a wall along the American-Canadian border?
No.
No.
Oh, it's because she doesn't care because Canada is mostly white. She would probably be happy if Trump built the wall between us and Canada because Canada is majority white. Which is actually unlike the United States. Most of the population in the United States are just colored people. Like, white people just happen to be the largest demographic, but if you take all the other people who aren't white, they outnumber the white people. But in Canada, for example, it's majority white, and that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah, but it's honestly depressing that still 2019 now, and race seems to be the major thing on people's minds in America.
Yeah, it's like it's flipped though. It's like we had a short couple of decades where race didn't really matter, and now instead of the white people hating black people, it's black people hating white people. Essentially, all that's happened is you got like groups like the Black Panthers and Black Lives Matter, and they've essentially just become the KKK for black people.
Or was the Black Israelite nation? We'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah, because that shit ties into the Covington Catholic bullshit, and we'll talk about that later. But
yeah, it seems there's four letters that seem to trigger people on the left to insanity. MAGA. It's like they see these words and it's, oh hell no.
Well, because remember I showed you that video last night of that girl crying, saying that the MAGA hat incites fear in people. It's
How,
like,
how does it incite fear?
well,
What the
see,
fuck?
okay, so it's just like the hat. They're trying to say that a hat is racist. A hat can't be racist. It can symbolize it can symbolize something racist, but a hat itself cannot be racist. It's not physically possible.
So like you're telling me somebody goes around with a t-shirt or a hat with those four words on it, and people are going to start losing their goddamn mind. What the fuck?
And see,
How is
all it says is "Make America Great Again." That could mean a number of things. They automatically assume it means, oh, keep America white, keep the colored people out. No, it just means make America great like it used to be. We used to be number one in so many things, and now we're number one in almost nothing.
apart from getting triggered?
Exactly.
That's about all I'm seeing. Because any news clips or any shit, it's nearly always about some fucking group that's pissed off at Trump or pissed off at fucking the way America's going or something. I mean, whatever happened to trying to get all your bullshit together? And once president is elected, stop your bickering and try to fucking get the country working better.
I don't know. It seems like every other week there's new freak out. You have 1 week, you have that freak out in that vape shop. I don't know if you saw that. This guy walked into a vape shop with a Trump shirt, and the cashier started screaming at him like a fucking.
Oh yeah, I seen that. He lost. He was the cashier was screaming, looking for his manager and everything. He didn't want to serve him. So it was this long-haired, scruffy little white, fat, not little. He was a fat motherfucker, but screaming at the top of his own, "Get out of my store! Get out of my store! I'm not serving you." just because the dude that came in had a fucking goddamn Trump shirt on. And I get why people wear that Trump shirt or wear the MAGA hats and all that shit. They're doing it because they know it's going to get a reaction out of these fucking soft little snowflakes.
Yeah, but this guy wasn't even trying to get a reaction. He just wanted to get vape juice for his wife's vape. Here, I'm gonna play this sound clip quickly. Hold on.
Yeah, forwards or whenever.
Meet Jason, pro-capitalist. He just wants to buy vape juice for his wife.
So here we are in Exhale Vapor City in Tucker, Georgia, and I have just been asked to leave the store. He greeted me. That was nice. I did find the item that I wanted, and the next thing he said was that he'd like me to leave.
Meet Curtis, the angry store clerk. He thinks you're a racist.
If you do not stop recording in my store, I'm going to call the police and ask you to leave now.
Please call the... That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. We can call Fox 5 and all sorts of stuff. I would like to purchase something here. First. Please do call your boss, because I will be calling corporate.
Go for it.
I am looking forward to releasing this video.
This is when the proverbial soy hits the fan.
Because I just want to purchase something.
Fuck off, dude! Fuck off! Get the fuck off in here, man! Fuck, man! Fucking can't stand your racist motherfuckers!
Racist?
Yeah! Right?
Anyhow, that's pretty much the entirety of the video is just him screaming like a fucking ape, pretty much. That's the start of him screaming. It just gets worse throughout the video. I don't want to rape your guys' ears, so if you guys want to go check it out yourself, I'll leave a link to that video in the description to the stream. So
How did he automatically assume he was racist? Just because he was...
Oh, it's because he's white and he's wearing a Trump shirt, which automatically means he's racist. Your voice is cutting out to fuck, but
that has.
I think Forza just posted one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. He said, whenever it's cloudy outside, I get offended because the clouds are white. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Shouldn't that kind of tie into what you call the girl that was losing her head over the hat?
Have you got that's fucked up. I'm gonna kick this channel out here. John McCain's dead corpse. What the fuck? Gina, do me a favor and just ban that account. Anyways, so basically, yeah, so the vape shop freak out, that was some funny shit. I saw that a while ago. I saw it first from Sargon's channel, and then I watched his video on it, and I went through it, and it was some funny shit, and it just ties back to what we were saying. These people think that a hat is fucking racist, but look. Here's my problem. I posted something about this on Twitter a couple days ago. You will never see an SJW apologize for anything that they do, because to them, their political views are their dogma, essentially. It's to them, their views are the word of God, and they follow it devoutly. And they won't ever apologize, because to them apologizing is in their mind, it's them surrendering to a bunch of Nazis, and they believe it too. They actually believe everybody who hates them are just a bunch of Nazis, and that's why they won't ever apologize, because they have it ingrained in their head that they'd be surrendering to fascism.
Weird as fuck.
It is fucking weird, and
that's why I couldn't believe when you showed me that video of the girl crying about the hat. I like, have you got that clip on standby or something?
I can bring that out quickly. Hold on.
No, because she was upset to the point she was brought to tears just because of a goddamn fucking hat. That ain't normal. I mean, if a hat reduces you to that level of upset, of being upset.
All right, yeah. Here's the clip. Hold on.
Think about your hat and the way it makes people feel, because it incites fear in all those around us. Every person is afraid of that hat. I'm afraid of that hat. Keep America great. For so many people, that's racism.
Yeah, but that's because of the mainstream media's narrative that's painted Donald Trump as a racist. I don't agree with the narrative. I'm out here to try to share that that narrative is skewed.
As a human being, you should pay attention to fear and not logic.
Wait, you said pay attention to fear and not logic?
Yes.
I should pay attention to emotions and not facts?
Yes.
Why would I pay attention to emotions when
that are real in this world?
Facts are facts.
No, emotions are real. Emotions is one removed from spirit. I find that it is hard to trust others.
You shouldn't trust the mainstream media. You should start listening and looking into
it. What media then do you suggest? That is saying, don't trust knowledge, operate in darkness.
No, go look up facts. Go look up actual statistics and facts. Look up Pew Research.
Emotion is real.
But emotions change, don't they?
And that's essentially the clip. Crying because the guy's wearing a MAGA hat, saying that, oh, emotions are real and emotions are the only thing that matter. No, bitch. Emotions don't matter. Facts matter. I don't care about how your feelings feel about my facts.
Like, what was she trying to say? Was she trying to claim that facts are fake?
No, she's trying to say that emotions are superior to fact.
And that's probably one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. I mean,
well, see, that's what I don't understand. I wish somebody from the left could adequately explain this. I don't understand why MAGA hats are so triggering for these people. It's just a fucking hat. If a hat brings you to tears, you have something messed up inside your fucking brain.
Emotionally, in other words, she's emotionally bankrupt. Or
I think so. And if you look at this girl, she's like the epitome of like daddy issues too. She's tatted up from head to toe. Got a fucking shaved head with the little short mohawk, dressing this little slutty outfit. She's the epitome of somebody who grew up without a fucking dad, essentially.
in other words, it's your typical SJW feminist crying tart, basically.
Yeah, basically.
What happened to the world though? Where did everything go fucking wrong?
I don't know.
Is it because people feel more entitled, or what the fuck?
Could you imagine if you're, as a kid, if you started crying over a hat, your parents would probably whoop your ass. I think that's the issue, is all these kids are... But I don't believe in hitting your kids at all. I think it teaches kids one thing, and that's if somebody doesn't listen to you, you need to hit them. But I generally think if somebody's crying over a fucking hat, they need... As an adult, they need to get some sense fucking knocked into them. You shouldn't, as an adult, be crying because somebody's wearing a fucking hat.
I don't know. It sucks. But you're gonna see dumb shit like this. We're rolling into fucking election time again.
Yeah, it's about that time. Yeah, it's pretty much next year in November we're gonna be electing a new president.
Yeah, and you know the whole bullshit is all going to start all over again.
Oh yeah, no matter which way the election swings, there's gonna be some kind of drama. There's absolutely there's no avoiding it, and it's gonna be all out war though if Trump wins again. Like I'm telling you now, there's gonna be another civil war in America within the next 10 years or so. There's no way America can keep staying this divided without some kind of actual civil conflict.
But what's bringing it to that level? I don't get it. Why are people that triggered to fuck that it's bringing them to that level?
It's because you have two... Okay, so you have two opposing ideologies in America right now. You have... So, have you ever heard of the East and so it's this theory called the East-West dichotomy. It's essentially saying that the culture of the East and the West are very different, and they are diametrically opposed to one another, and that essentially while one lives, it's a threat to the other's way of life. And essentially we've come to a point in America where Eastern and Western culture are clashing, and Eastern culture is essentially trying to rid America of its westernization. Like, you see all these people coming in here basically vouching for Islam, and all these people who are communists and whatnot. Where do you think all those ideologies came from? You know, like communism and Islam and that kind of bullshit. That's all from the fucking East. That's all Eastern culture trying to take over in America and basically de-westernize our country. And that's the issue. For whatever reason, all these people have a problem with Western culture.
But like communism has been dead for what now, nearly 30 years.
No, communism isn't dead. It's been alive and active. It's just that no country practices it, but people there's a large percentage of the globe who still want it, and I don't understand why. Even if you look at a modern example of a country that practices Marxism, Venezuela in the past couple years put Marxism into place, and it fucking ruined their country. It absolutely brought their country to its knees.
I think I seen something in one of my news feeds this week that Venezuela kicked out a bunch of American officials. Was it this week or last week? Did you see that?
They kicked out a bunch of American officials? No, I haven't seen that. I don't pay attention to shithole countries like that.
No, I didn't really read it, but I seen like for some reason they got Venezuela got all butthurt again, and they just kicked a bunch of fucking American officials out. But like if you look at it, how shit is Venezuela doing right now? Like,
oh, dude, their entire economy fucking crashed like a month after they put Marxism into place. It's fucking sad. And anybody who still thinks Marxism is a viable method of economy is fucking retarded.
but that's what I meant when I said communism is fucking dead. Bro,
Yeah, and it's all these cultural Marxists too who want equality for everybody in every way. I don't believe in equality. I believe in equal opportunity. I don't believe everybody should have the same things. I think privilege and stuff like that is earned. It's not just given. It's kind of like respect. Respect isn't just given to you. You have to earn it. And it's like all these people are wanting, are saying, oh, I should make this much and I should have this and that just because I'm a female. No, you should have this and that and everything else that you want based off of merit, not just because you have a pair of tits and a fucking vagina. Alright, it's just stupid. All these people want pure equality, and that's essentially what this whole I forgot what it's called. The thing to get into colleges, affirmative action, I think it's called, where females and people of color are prioritized on the college applications. Your college application shouldn't be based off your gender or race or where you're from. It should be based off your fucking merit. It should be based off your grades and what you did throughout your career as a high school student.
Should be based on the work you put in to get there.
Exactly, and it's like a job too. When people talk about how women make make less. Yes, on average, women make less. But that's because more women are stay-at-home moms. More women are homemakers and that kind of stuff. Men and women evolve to fit certain roles in their little in their groups. I've always heard this saying, and this is kind of how I live my life: is the man builds the house and the woman makes the house a home. Is essentially it's the both do different things, but they're both equally important.
What was I going to say? To be honest, if you think about it, like going back as far as history, male and female roles have been defined based on our DNA or genetics, the way, and it's not that just doesn't just apply to humankind or humanity. That
No, yeah, that's in every species. The men and the women of, I mean, like the females and males of every species do different things. Like in like with lions, it's women who do all the hunting and that kind of stuff, whereas opposed to humankind, men do the hunting. It's in every species on Earth, the different genders, they fulfill different roles, but each role is equally important to the survival of that species.
Yeah, it's the whole idea behind it, or the whole way it's evolved that way, is to propagate the species. That's the whole fucking reason behind it.
Yeah.
That's why men are fucking generally built stronger than, like, their body form is built stronger, more muscle bound than females.
Yeah, and people always talk about equal opportunity and all this other bullshit. Feminists want equality. They want to be equal to men, but they don't want equal responsibility. Like when the military is open to females now. Any female can join, but it's still majority men. Why is that? Because men and women have different interests, and that's just the way it is. Men tend to pick more dangerous, higher paying jobs because men are more ballsy. Like most women I know would rather just stay at home and watch after the children rather than being like a coal miner or a lumberjack or a factory worker or some shit like that. There's very few females I know who, if I asked them if they would be a lumberjack or a coal miner, they'd be like, "Oh, hell yeah, buddy boy." No, most are gonna say, "Fuck no." I'd rather just sit at home with the golden spoon in my mouth, take care of my kids.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with that. That's not being sexist or anything. That's just basically the way both male and female brains are wired.
Yeah, and like I know of some females who are like in the Air Force and stuff like that, but it's not because they have any interest in guns or fighting or anything like that. It's because they want to serve the country that they were born and raised in. What you have to realize is, what it boils down to is, just because you're in the military doesn't mean you have to be pro fighting or whatnot. Some people just want to serve their nation, and there's nothing more honorable than serving the nation that you grew up in, especially if your nation is an honorable one. And I think America is a nation that's worth fighting for.
Mm.
But as it stands now, America and Donald Trump are essentially the last crutch for Western civilization. Every other country has pretty much bent the knee, and America is pretty much the last hope for.
Well, right now, if you look at it, Europe has gone to shit. Europe has really gone to shit.
Oh yeah, well you have the EU trying to basically become a fucking super state across all of Europe. You have them fucking banning memes and shit like that. You have fucking people, you have the government officials and fucking giant corporations across the globe fucking censoring people because they get their precious fifis hurt. And it's all just bullshit. The entire world has gone to shit. It's all just SJW propaganda everywhere. And America's essentially, even though we have a bunch of sissy SJW snowflakes, we're the only nation in the world where if you speak out against them, there's no repercussions. In England, if you speak out against SJWs, you can get jailed for hate speech.
Right now, that's happening more in Scotland than it is in England itself.
Well, it's all across the. I mean, it happens in England too. I know people in England who have been arrested for criticizing Islam. But I know, like, Count Dankula, for example, he got jailed for teaching his dog how to fucking salute, like, fucking Hitler. So, I mean, people
That case is, that case isn't finished. He was trying to get a high.
Oh yeah, he still might get jailed, but the point is that you know, it people want to lynch people over fucking jokes now. The entire world has just gone to shit.
Basically, yeah.
And America's the one place where you can it's the one place left where you can say and do what you want, and nothing can really happen to you. I mean, you can get criticized, and people are allowed to come after you, but you know, there's consequences for people trying to censor you. This is the freest nation in the entire world. You're not gonna find anything like it anywhere, and I guess that's why America's just become a prime target for people who don't like Western civilization, because they recognize that America's like the last crutch. It's the last thing holding Western civilization up. If America wasn't here, you know, you would have ISIS just running rampant. You would have all these Islamists just going all over the globe. You would have communism spreading rampantly. It's crazy. Like, I don't think people quite understand that if America wasn't around, the world they know now wouldn't fucking exist.
Very much, yeah. The sad thing is, if you disagree with any of this shit,
you're deemed a racist and a Nazi. Or if you're black, you're called Uncle Tom and all this other stupid bullshit.
Yeah, are you going to be called a fucking Trumpite or Trump sympathizer or some shit like that? You mightn't even agree with Trump's politics, but
Yo, speaking of, okay, so what do you think about the California Women's March being canceled? Did you see that shit?
I haven't seen this. No, you'll have to elaborate.
So the California Women's March was in January, and it got canceled by the leader of the Women's March because it got canceled because the attendees of the event were too white. It didn't have enough people of color there.
Oh, hang on, no, I do think I seen some of this shit.
Yeah, and the leader of the Women's March happens to also be a staunch supporter of Louis Farrakhan, who happens to be a known anti-Semite.
Yeah. Like they were trying to plan this whole women's march against racism and against supposed.
Well, no. It's not about that. It's just the Women's March is essentially just a march to speak on women's issues. There are and more leftist places around America. It is a little bit more radical, but for the most part, a lot of it is pretty tame, just speaking on women's issues. But this the one in California got canceled because the participants were quote unquote too white.
Yeah, but it's not only that they were too white. Like somebody did a bit of searching, and that woman you mentioned already, they found out she has links to fucking a known Nazi sympathizer.
Yeah, well, yeah. She has ties to Louis Farrakhan, and it turns out who's a known anti-Semite, and happens to be a lot of the white people that were attending this march happened to be Jewish, which is that's a bit spicy. It's a little bit coincidental there. I think the leader of the Women's March might have made a bit of an oopsie.
So in other words, she done fucked up. There's no other way of saying it. She done fucked up.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
So I think hold on. I think before we continue to go on, I'm gonna take a quick little break. I'm gonna go give you something to drink. I'm gonna play a message from our sponsor quickly. Alright, dude. I'll be right back. Just I'm gonna get something to drink. I'm gonna play this sound clip while I'm away. Just keep your trap shut. I'll be right back. I need some water or something because my mouth is fucking cotton mouth right now.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. You better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're gonna make it deliciable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you. Ask McDonald's to fry something other than what they normally fry. Guess what you're gonna get? Nothing. If it fit through the dough, I'll put it in the fryer. Hell, this is a dinosaur. All our meats are gently tenderized to their optimum deliciousness. We got fine dinosaur meats. Took my money, made me pay child support. Come on down here and get you a slice. Once they get your social security number, it's over. Motivated, 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 motivated. So friends, let's just decide you don't want no barbecue. Well, that's fine too. Why not let one of my foot specialists or myself perform our magic? Look at that, don't they look wonderful? If you really pay me enough, we'll massage your feet in any of these sauces also. Success is the rule down here at Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage. So go ahead and give me a call or find us on the worldwide internets at the new website. That's JONES Big Ass Truck Rental and Storage.com/Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage.html.
Excuse me, did you call number 52?
Did you hear me call number 52?
well, I guess that's our sponsor for tonight. You all want some good ass.
Thank you for calling Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Car Storage Facility. We'd like to thank you for all your support. Please keep calling us and please keep bringing your stuff down here to Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Car Storage Facility. Thank you.
You have 7 unheard messages. First unheard message.
This Wilson, got 5 buses and a sleigh. I wanna see if you can hold it for me. I got $5.
Oh, so that was a message from our sponsor, Joe's Good Ass Barbecue and Foot.
Right,
And,
Jones Good Ass
Foot Massage.
Oh, the link to Jones Gas fucking warehouse.
So, Cactus, I have a certain redneck friend who wants to talk about he wants to talk about the wall, and he wants to talk about Trump and all these Mexicans.
I thought we got that motherfucker locked up in county for the fucking weekend. How
I think the diddler let him out of jail.
For fuck's sake.
Anyways, please welcome to the stage our good friend Daryl.
Daryl, how the hell did you get out of jail?
That goddamn death dealer let me out, boy.
Your ass needs sectioning. You need to be off the streets. You ain't safe on the streets.
Shut the fuck up, you lily-livered kraut lactating piece of shit. I'll bust you over the head with a jar of moonshine.
So who are you staying with this weekend, Shelley or your cousin Llewellyn?
I'm staying with Shelley.
You going bareback with Shelley, or you putting a coat on?
Hell yeah, brother.
You nasty.
Anyways, what you two faggots want to talk to me about?
I want to know what you think of this wall Trump is building.
Oh, I think it's fucking amazing. I want to keep all them goddamn Mexicans out. They're taking my goddamn job.
What jobs? You haven't had a job in 20 years. What the fuck are you talking about?
Fuck you.
Well,
My job is making moonshine fucking my sister. What the fuck are you laughing at, you fucking potato licker?
How, how often does this happen with your sister, child?
How long is what?
How many times have you had nuptials with your sister Shelley? What is it? Twice
I
daily?
don't know. It's got to be about 1 million times by now.
God damn, you nasty breed motherfucker. So, what's your stance on Nancy Pelosi?
I think she looks like a goddamn shriveled ball sack. I think she looks like the fucking Witch of the West. I opened my door the other day and I saw her fucking flying overhead on a fucking broom.
You still wouldn't kick her out of the bed for farting, though.
Who? Pelosi?
Yeah.
I mean, I would fuck her.
So, hang on, you wouldn't fuck her, but you'd still fuck Shelley, yeah?
No. Look. If I think Pelosi, she looks like a bitter old woman who just needs dick. I will take one for the team, and I will give her the dick.
You ain't right, son. You ain't fucking right.
Fuck you, potato licker.
So how many gallons of moonshine do you produce a day?
Oh, 10,000.
And where can we buy this moonshine?
If you go into Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage, they sell bottles there for $10.
We're going to have to check this out. I don't think a reputable company like Jones is going to have anything to do with your broadcast.
Nah. Look, it's a side business.
I don't give a fuck what you can call it all the side business you want. I think you're talking shit.
Maybe.
I think you're drinking shit. I don't think you're selling the motherfucker at all. I think you're just drinking it all the time on your own. You, Shelley.
Maybe.
Sue,
Maybe.
Jethro.
And what business of that is yours?
I just asked a simple question. I'm trying to figure out where we can buy this tasty beverage you're creating.
You can buy it in my goddamn belly.
Fuck your belly. Jethro, I think you need to get the fuck out of here because.
Well, you know what I think?
I don't know, Jeff.
I think you need to suck my dick, bitch. You fucking Irish piece of shit. Fuck you. Hi diddly dee diddly hi. Fuck you. Get your fucking Jameson's drunken ass out of here, you fucking potato licker. I'm gonna steal your pot of gold, bitch. This is America. What the fuck America? You laughing at, you Irish piece of shit?
So, have you got a goddamn fucking General Lee?
Have I got what?
Have you got a General Lee?
No.
Well, what? I mean, you're a big southern hillbilly fuck. Surely you have to have a General Lee.
No.
Well, you're about as much fun as fucking a dose of the fucking clap. Why don't you just piss off out here and let Ryan?
Fuck you! I'll run you over with my goddamn John Deere, you Irish piece of shit. Next question.
I didn't think you could afford a John Deere. I thought you just drove around an old broke-ass fucking lawnmower.
Nah, I stole it from my cousin.
His ass can't afford anything either, so Jethro can't afford anything, so what the fuck? Where did Jethro afford? Where was Jethro able to afford a goddamn John Deere?
We stole the money from that goddamn death dealer.
You know, he's another dumb fuck. So he have to.
Yeah, he's a fucking SAW piece of shit. Fucking homo.
No, seriously, you need to go. You need to get the fuck here. This
Shut the fuck up, you queer. If it ain't white, it ain't right.
Done already on the first night. What up, you rape? Go on, get
shit. I can't do this shit anymore.
No, we need to come up with a better fucking skit to use that motherfucker again.
Oh, so basically, in case you guys don't know, I introduced Daryl in the server earlier. Essentially, it's kind of gonna be my character that I'm gonna be playing every now and again. Maybe doing some prank calls with him or something like Haggy used to do with like Peter and that kind of shit. Me and Cactus came up with this shit last night. I was just Cactus was saying some dumb shit, and I started talking in this redneck kick voice. And started chewing him out, and Cactus was like, haha, you gotta use that on fake news. And so it was like,
We'll plan that shit out a bit fucking easier though.
But yeah, we'll plan it. We'll plan it out more next time. I kind of just did that off the cuff, because I wanted to see if it sounded good. I think it sounded all right. I didn't know how my accent would sound, because like your voice when it comes out of your mouth sounds different than it does when it's on YouTube. And I want to see how it sounds. I think it sounds good, but
I want to get into something though real quick about this the Patreon system with Sargon of a Cat. You know, we were talking
before we do that, since we were still like before we transitioned to that, because I think that should be our last topic. Because it's different from everything else. We haven't talked about Huffington Catholic, because that also ties in. That also ties into the Black Israelites and anti-Semitism and the MAGA hat and racism and that kind of stuff. So
that was I watched that shit happen over the weekend that weekend on Twitter. I mean, they were left saying, "Oh, these vile little Catholic boys from this school attacking this poor Indian." These motherfuckers didn't see the whole build up to the whole fucking situation. It was like it started off with these Black Israelites having some protest about white people or some whitey is bad, kill all whitey or some shit like this. Then these fucking jumped up little school kids, they started acting fucking, for use of a better word.
Yeah, hey! I love these goddamn kids. They're a bunch of fucking white heroes.
But and then that Indian he comes up and he tries to be the benefit or the sacrificial lamb, for want of a better term. All that idiot was trying to do was trying to make a name for. I've seen a story before where he pulled something similar to try and get himself some traction on Twitter and in the news. It didn't work the last time, but it worked this time. Now, okay, the little prick that he's beating the drum against, and like he was beating that drum, and that drum was up beside that kid's face.
I mean, it's just a drum. It's not gonna hurt the kid.
Yeah, but still, to be fair, that kid, really, what he should have just said, he should have just walked the fuck away. The same way that fucking the Native American.
No, he stood his ground like he should have. He was peacefully protesting, and all these fucking black supremacist piece of shits walked up, and this Native American motherfucker walked up and started harassing him. He stood his ground like he should have. See, when you just walk away like that, you're essentially just giving up and saying, okay, you've won. I think more people need to stand their ground, not give these SJWs so much fucking leeway.
Yeah, but you know the Twitter video that was going around. It wasn't really just on Twitter; it was on YouTube and everywhere. It didn't show the start of it where the Black Israelites were threatening to kill these.
I've seen that video though. There's a couple. The news didn't air that video, but I saw in the unedited video from it that the Black Israelites screaming at them, saying that they're gonna kill the white kids and then cut them open and sell their kidneys on the black market. That's fucked up.
But you know the fucked up thing. You know who they were directing that at. There was 2 or 3 black kids with the group from that school, and they were directing that hate towards not really the white kids. They were directing more 3 or 4 black kids.
Could you imagine someone telling your kids that they're gonna cut your kids open and take their kidneys out and sell them on the black market?
I'll give you a better one. Imagine if that was a KKK group that had said.
Oh my god, dude! There'd be a nuclear meltdown on the fucking news.
But from what I'm seeing, it's like everybody's trying to hide that part where the Black Israelites say this and focus more on the kids and the Indian. In a kind of, the only way I can describe it, in an attempt to cover what these fucking use of better word, they are racist. They're a bunch of racist fucks.
Yeah, it doesn't help that you got pieces of shit like Philip DeFranco fucking lying about it online and spreading misinformation.
If you had Googled half the shit, I mean, the amount of people, like CNN were running with it, like what else do you expect from those fucks? They'll run with any story that they think that they'll get some traction, even if it's fake. But I mean...
Yeah, but you expect more from an independent creator, though. Because an independent creator like Phil DeFranco doesn't have anyone to really answer to. He's not a big news studio corporation. He's a guy with a couple of people that edit his videos. And...
Yeah, but you know what? I think he's gone more along the lines now. He's trying to follow YouTube or Google's lead on YouTube. Keep to the SJW narrative.
Yeah, I know what he's trying to do. I just think it's sick, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess he didn't do himself any favors. Like, there's been a lot of shit hanging around him since, like, what was it, his Patreon or his GoFundMe when he was trying to start the new channel and all that shit.
I don't know. It really doesn't help though that like you got people like there was I forgot what news outlet it was from. It was either from like New York Times, Wall Street Journal, or something like that. A news editor a news editor put in her article, if she literally said, if you find this kid in the video and punch him in the face, I will suck your dick, is what she said. And then you got people like Trevor Noah on their talk show talking about how he wants to punch this kid in the face. Dude, this is a teenage kid you're talking about. You want to punch a teenage kid in the face? What the fuck?
That isn't even the worst of it. I've seen some tweets where they're saying, I hope there's a school shooting.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
That. And then I seen another one. I hope somebody barricades every exit to that school and burns it to the ground while the kids are in it. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Who the
fucking
fuck says shit like that?
Oh, could you imagine if it was
well, hang on, wait.
Hold on. Could you imagine if there was a school of black kids though?
Again, it'd be the same thing. It'd be fucking nuclear meltdown all over fucking every source. Racist whiteys tweet nasty vile shit out about killing fucking a bunch of black kids. But a bunch of fucking retards say the same thing about a bunch of white kids in school. No, nothing said. What the fuck? And the silly thing about this is a lot of people that were tweeting this are people on Twitter with that blue tick mark. It seems like Twitter doesn't give a shit about fucking people with or SJWs with a blue tick mark that says fucking vile horrible shit like this. They've no problem with that. But anybody that goes against their narrative or their what they want to put out there, oh no, kick them off the fucking site. Deplatform them straight away. Can't have that. But we can have fucking idiots like this threatening to fucking shoot up a school or threatening to burn a school down while kids are in it. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But speaking about...
But I can't talk about this shit. This has started making me mad. Well, let's just move on to the Patreon shit.
Starting about the platform, let's get into our last topic because I want to get out of here soon. This shit we were talking about Patreon and Sargon of Akkad. Do you want to lead up into this?
Oh god! So this has been going on for a while. I don't know if you guys have seen Sargon of Akkad on YouTube, but he's a political commentator who has almost a million subs on YouTube. He just reached 900K recently.
900,000. Yeah, I think that just happened.
Yeah. But essentially he's a centrist, so he's not technically on the left or the right. Although lately he's been a little bit more right-leaning as the left has gone further left. But because he's a little bit more right-leaning and he doesn't he's not following the lead of the radical left. Essentially, he's been ousted by the left, even though he used to be more of a leftist. Now he's more of a rightist.
Yeah, but you do know the alt-right hate him.
Oh yeah, the alt-right hate him just as much as the alt-left do, but he's still more right-leaning because I feel like center-right is like the way to go right now. They're like the only area on the spectrum that's not absolutely fucking insane. But anyhow, he's basically been ousted by the left. And if you guys didn't know this, Patreon is essentially a SJW ran company. And if you don't, for whatever reason, if you're fucking retarded and don't know what Patreon is, it's basically just a way. It's a crowdfunding. It's a crowdfunding website for basically YouTubers and creators where people can pay for premium content that they won't normally get on your regular YouTube channel. And basically, it's a way that they get more content and you get more money. And it helps support your creators. And basically, I think back in December is when it happened. Sargon was banned from Patreon after the new leader of the Trust and Safety team named Jacqueline Hart came on and took it upon herself to ban Sargon. And then we'll get into more of the specifics, but just to continue on the story, after Sargon was banned from Patreon, he went over to Subscribestar, and essentially Patreon told PayPal, if you don't cut your services to Subscribestar, we're no longer going to work with you. And so PayPal cut their partnership with Subscribestar, basically forcing Subscribestar to shut down. But in the last couple weeks, Subscribestar has come back up. So if you guys maybe want to go support Sargon, I know he's a good guy. Maybe pledge like $1 or $2 a month. He's pretty good. He's a pretty good dude. So if you want to support him, I recommend that you do. But yeah, he's basically up on Subscribestar now, and so
yeah. But let's be honest here. Sargon wasn't the only one that kicked off their platform once that Jillian or Jacqueline or whatever her name is.
Yeah, her name is Jacqueline Hart.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he wasn't the only one that they actually kicked off Patreon.
Yeah, and it's just funny. Patreon is essentially breaking their own terms of service. In their terms of service, it says you can only get banned from Patreon for things you do on Patreon. But they've now, Jacqueline Hart banned Sargon because of what she calls "quote unquote" manifest observable behavior, which is essentially your entire online presence, which means they monitor everything you do online, and if you make one little oopsie that they don't like, they can just ban you off Patreon without warning. And basically, that's what they did to Sargon. It was over something he said that it wasn't on Patreon, and it wasn't even on any of the channels. He was he was
somebody else's live stream.
Yeah, he was featuring on somebody else's live stream, and it was directed at a bunch of racist white people who were making fun of Sargon's stillborn child, and basically Sargon had enough, and basically called them a bunch of white N-words, and saying that they act how they claim that black people act, and that they're the ones in the fault here, and they're basically acting like a bunch of white N-words, and basically Sargon got banned off Patreon for that.
Basically, what he was doing, he was calling them out in their bullshit. Now, maybe he could have used a better.
I wouldn't, dude. They were making fun of his fucking stillborn child. That's fucked up. Period.
Yeah,
there was no ifs or buts about it. How would how would you feel if somebody started making fun of your stillborn child? That would be fucked up.
Yeah, it'd be totally.
You're making fun of someone's dead kid. That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This Jacqueline Hart, she comes down. She's actually kind of backing the fucking retard, the racist retards, by getting rid of Sargon off the whole platform.
Yeah, and when she was confronted by I believe it was that Tim Pool guy, she said these exact words: "I know who Sargon is and what he does, and I know the full context of what he said." Well, if you know the full context, then why the fuck did you ban him? It's not even about wrong or right at this point.
Yeah.
They just want Sargon to bend the knee, get down on his hands and knees, and suck Patreon's and suck Patreon's big fat dick is essentially what Jack Hart wants.
But then it gets even more fucked up, because once they end up kicking Sargon off their side, they start shitting themselves because people start leaving their platform and go. So they start shifting themselves, and they get onto Big Daddy PayPal. Oh, PayPal, can you just kick? What's it called? Subscribe Star, I think. That's what it's called.
Subscribe
Star. They say, can you just kick Subscribe Star off your books, so they can't get any more crowdfunding. Now, I was watching a video, like when this happened. I was watching it, or I watched the live stream from Tommy Shopping the Point. He had a dude on. He was interviewing this guy that says he was taking. He's one of those YouTube lawyer crowd. If you know the people I'm talking about. What he was doing, he has started a legal action against PayPal and pretty much Patreon for trying to fucking mute or trying to deplatform that whole site. Right.
Yeah, and here's what pisses me off the most is that Patreon are so fucking retarded they can't even fight their own battle. They literally have to ask they have to ask PayPal, MasterCard, and Visa to fight their battles for them. That's
basically what they did. That's basically what they did. They shit their pants. They weren't able to fight back against their own bullshit. They
basically blackmailed all these baking services to basically take their side, because they And there's a whole bunch of other crowdfunding pages out there, but Patreon happens to be the largest. If Patreon stopped working with the banking systems, they would lose more than half of their revenue.
Yeah, I think the actual there was something said, or there was a brand of government set up by, I don't know, it's the American Senate or something. I think it's called the FNN or something like that.
Oh, you mean the FDIC?
No, this is a. I'll link you the stream again after we're finished, so you can see what I'm talking about. It's I think it's called the FNN or something like that. But there is precedent for this kind of legal action that's been taken against Patreon and PayPal.
Yeah, it's just here's my problem with the whole thing is that when you're a service like Patreon, you need to be very careful. You have people's livelihoods at the palm of your hand. You have the ability to make or break someone's career and take almost their entire funding away. And if if you're a smaller YouTuber who doesn't really get that many views on YouTube, you're pretty much relying on services like Patreon to provide you with your income. You can't just be taking away people's income like.
Yeah, but here's another part about it too. Patreon don't seem to understand the whole reason they exist is on their customers' trust, and if customers don't trust in Patreon that they're not going to get kicked off at the whim of some new employee.
Yeah,
who's going to stick around for that?
And here's something that Sargon said to you that it really got my attention is, isn't it scary to just wake up in the morning and see that half of your revenue stream is just gone?
Yeah, exactly, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Who's going to want to be part of a bank or like a payments scheme like fucking Patreon? If you can't trust that they're not just going to fuck you off and reduce your income by half like they did with Sargon. Now, luckily, like from what I've seen, this that subscribe star, it's back up running again, and so I guess Sargon's going to be back up to somewhere close to where it was. But
yeah. Anyhow, we're starting to get towards the end of the stream. I'm gonna I'm gonna play another message from our sponsor, and then I'll do our outro, and then we cut this shit. So.
Fuck off out of here.
Leave anything on your front lawn, under your porch, on the side of the highway where you can store all that stuff my way. Down here at Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Car Storage. Now, I know y'all got stuff at your house that you don't need no more, you don't want. You know you ain't gonna use that printer. Why keep it all around your house? Bring it down here to my house. You ain't the Dukes of Hazzard. You know ain't gonna use that ugly yellow luggage. You don't need all this crap. What you gonna do with this? This is not in my yard. I don't care. I'll store this motorcycle in that van for you for $10.99 a month. You got old tires. They charge you $3 for that old tire. You can rent a truck. You can store a car. They don't care. Bring it on down here. You ain't got to put that old tire for $3. For less than that. Hell, for you, for $3 they gonna charge you. I do it down here for $1.50 down here at Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Storage Facility. Now, friends, you may ask yourself, how in the hell can he store this stuff for such a cheap price? Put this in a box, mark it for you, put it away, seal it. The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty drunk right now and store it. And this is a drunk discount sale down here at Jones Big Ass Truck Rental and Car Facility. You got an elephant, I got space. Send me smoke signals. You got weed, and I'll store anything you want. Go ahead and give me a call or find me on the internet. It's at www.jonesbigasstruckrentalstorage.com. That's JONES Big Ass Truck Rentals and Storage.com. This is a bus. You know how big a bus is?
Oh shit! All right.
Well, there's a last word from our sponsor for tonight. I'm done with this for tonight.
Anyways, yeah. Thanks for.
No, I know it's probably not been the best stream, but we are kind of really at this shit. It'll get better the more we do. But I'll leave it to King's fucking finding it out. And have a good night. And those of you that came in and put all the dislikes on, fuck you and have a nice day. I'm out.
Alright, everybody. Well, thanks for watching, I guess. It's been a while since we've done a stream like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. But as always, guys, it's been fun talking to you, and I hope you guys see us next time on Fake News. Peace.
What is up, Drum Alert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news.